Yo, yo, yo! Welcome to the Fuzzy Loaf podcast, where two ding-dongs talk about the week's happenings in news and pop culture. I'm Scott. That's Matt.
Matt.
Matt!
It's like a Pokemon. That's all I can say. It's Matt.
How would be the worst? Anyway, I'm sick. Allergy season is in full gear. I feel like I'm dying. But we're going to do this because... why not?
Okay. Whatever.
We're not doing it in the morning either, so I'm more awake at this late in the day. In the morning, we're just like, both Matt and I just sit here, and obviously, if you're listening to this, you've probably listened to other ones and know how we sound, because we're tired, because we just woke up.
Yeah.
But today, it's 5 o'clock, and we're wide awake.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
No,
it's 5 o'clock here.
It's 5 o'clock here. Okay. Anyway, Matt, let's get into some quick breaths.
All right, number one. So this is one that I texted you about, and then I read the direct quote. I want to get your opinion on this because I disagree with everybody reporting this as news. So, in an interview with Forbes, Deborah Snyder let slip that Ray Fisher's Cyborg may star alongside Ezra Miller's Flash in the upcoming DCEU Flash movie. So the direct quote from the interview is, "As you can imagine, when we get to the Flash movie, Ezra Miller and Ray Fisher," it changed his name, "Ray Fisher, who plays Cyborg, are kind of our youngest heroes, and they have a really nice camaraderie with each other. Ezra is super funny, so the tone of that film will be very different than the rest." I read this as, because Justice League is coming out before then, they'll have had time to bond. Does not necessarily mean that Cyborg is going to be in.
No, I'm kind of with you, where it's like they're just saying that they're the youngest heroes. Mm-hmm. So when you get to the Flash movie, he'll have like maybe a more juvenile, for lack of a better word, way of being, I guess. Yeah, that's how I see it. Yeah,
and it was like I was reading all these headlines and stuff and reading people's interpretations of it, and I was like, oh. And then I read the actual quote, and I was like, no, I don't think that is what she meant at all.
No, probably not.
All right.
But it's interesting that Flash and Cyborg are going to be more buddy-buddy. Well, in the current Justice League comic, in the New 52, Shazam and Cyborg, because they're the youngest members of the team, kind of get along a little better. But
yeah. Well, I was going to say the age for each of these characters in this version of the Justice League is very strange. We have Batman, who's like the oldest. Well, I guess technically Wonder Woman, who's the oldest. Yeah. Then Batman, and then Superman, who's like kind of in between. And I'm guessing Aquaman, I have no idea how old he's going to be. Whatever. But anyways, on to news item number 2.
Okay.
New set photos from Doctor Strange have showed off Mads Mikkelsen's villain. Not much is known about who he's playing, but I'm sure we'll get more information as it gets closer. There's some rumors that he is playing a weird stone henchman thingy, but I don't think so. They pulled up like comic book art of the character, or of the like henchman, and put it up against his picture. I don't think they'd choose him for that role.
I don't really know anything about Doctor Strange.
Neither do I.
And I'm gonna see it because it's gonna be interesting, but I'm really not like super pumped about
that's why I'm super pumped. The same reason I was excited for Ant-Man. I knew nothing about Ant-Man before seeing Ant-Man, and I know nothing about Doctor Strange besides the few comics that I've read that were his solo issues from the all new, all different stuff.
Right.
Other than that, I know nothing about the character, so I'm very interested in all the stuff that's going to happen.
Maybe I should read The Oath.
Yeah,
because I hear this is supposed to be
yeah.
kind of based off of that. So Cool.
All right. Rumors have been confirmed that Dave Bautista will play an important supporting role in the Blade Runner sequel. Still don't know how this movie, because this movie is supposed to come out, I think, like January of 2017, right?
Yeah, they better.
And it has not started filming.
It's not going to come out in January.
No, there's no way. It's going to earliest be Christmas 2017.
If it even comes out, who knows at this point?
And they have a bunch of people attached now.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Elizabeth Banks has started a digital video service called Hoo Ha Ha with content from female creators. Elizabeth Banks already has a few video series on YouTube, but will also be working with creators like Hannah Hart, Brie Esserig, and Megan McKay, and there's like a bunch of other people. Some YouTubers, some not YouTubers. So it should be interesting. She did not say, they haven't said officially if this is going to live on YouTube. They just said digital video service, so I'm interested to see what that means.
Yeah, because that could mean pretty much anything.
Mm-hmm. Could mean like they have a website that you have to pay to get access to watch stuff.
Or not.
Yeah. Speaking of paying to get access to video stuff,
good segue.
Starz has launched an $8.99 per month over-the-top streaming service. Unlike its competitors HBO and Showtime, they're allowing subscribers to offline or to cache videos for offline viewing.
Oh, that's awesome! If only Starz had more shows that I watch.
Yup.
I do watch Ash vs. Evil Dead, but I think that's all I watch on Starz.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's finally a company that's thinking about this kind of stuff. And I understand, like Netflix, the reason why Netflix doesn't do it is there's a lot of like rights negotiations that are involved for, you can stream a movie, but to download it and like what happens to the file, like how secure is it?
Right. But I guess for original programming, it's pretty easy because it's your original program. Mm-hmm. I like that YouTube does that on YouTube Red. That's really nice for me.
Yeah, I love it. I use it all the time.
Yeah.
I'll download podcasts or stuff that I don't mind just listening to the audio for and just listen to it on the train.
Yep. All right, sweet. And $8.99, that's a good price point.
Yeah, $8.99 is a great price point because like, HBO Go is $15. Showtime, I think, was like $12.
Yeah, it's about $12.
I think it was like $11.99.
You can get it as an add-on to Hulu.
Yeah. So this is showing, well, A, Starz doesn't have as big of an offering as HBO, but B, $15 a month is way too much for a single channel, for like a single content offering. I know. I'm
thinking of getting it with my roommate when we move again, and we'll just split it together because that would be easier. But I only watch select things on HBO. Yeah. There's months at a time where there's no shows that I watch on HBO, so I'm not going to watch any of it.
To me, HBO is one of those things where, like, every once in a while there's a show that I watch on HBO. And it's like, okay, I'd be willing to pay $10 a month for 2-3. But at that point, you could just buy the whole season outright of the show for $30.
Yeah. I've done that on iTunes before.
Well, and now with digital, like a lot of them, you get the morning at, like literally, it's like 6 hours after the show airs. You can get it on iTunes or like Google Play. So it's like that's probably a better option.
Yeah, I did that for Broad City on Google Play because I had a bunch of Google Opinion Awards. Yeah, so I get the whole season for free. And but the only things I watch on HBO right now are Last Week Tonight with John Oliver.
Yeah.
And I started watching Vinyl. My friend and I watched the first episode.
How did you like that? Because I know there's a lot of people at my school, like teachers, that really liked it and thought it was great. And then there's about half that think that it was terrible.
Teacher-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. What did they say what they liked about it? I'm more curious about them first before I share my thoughts.
There was two teachers who are like big film people, and they loved like the first episode was basically a Martin Scorsese
because he directed it. It's 2 hours long, the first episode. My friend and I were watching it. We're like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is so long.
So they liked that, and one of my teachers was like, "This is exactly what the industry was like back then."
Really?
Yeah. So
makes it interesting.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. The music is phenomenal in it. You can tell it's an HBO show.
Yeah.
But you can also tell it's very Scorsese. That's also given that the music is awesome and it's a very Scorsese. But I've only seen the first episode, which is basically a movie. But I want to continue watching it. It's just I had to find the time to sit down, and you have to find the right time to sit and watch a show like that. Yeah, it's not a show I could just come home from work and throw on and watch. Yeah, you have to be in the right headspace. It's not
Broad City or something where it's like
not Young and Hungry on iTunes where I got home from work and I'm eating at McDonald's at my computer desk. Yeah, and I can just click on that and watch it. No, it's something you have to like focus on. But you'd probably like it. I don't know you don't have HBO, do you?
I don't.
You have to find a way to watch it somehow. Or I don't know, you might be able to buy the season outright. Yeah. It's 8 episodes, so whatever that is.
Yeah, I might look into it, because if they do have it available on like iTunes or the Play Store right now, then maybe, because I can't imagine it'd be too expensive, $20-$30 maybe.
Yeah. Check it out.
Yeah. All right. Number 6. Jimmy Kimmel is kicking off a week of Marvel on Monday, as in tomorrow, Monday, April 11th. Tuesday, there will be a world premiere of Doctor Strange trailer. Monday, there's Team Cap stuff, and I think Wednesday, there's Team Iron Man stuff.
Holy shit. Kimmel gets everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can understand him getting all the Marvel stuff, because ABC is owned by Disney.
Yeah.
But when he even got to Batman v Superman stuff, I'm just like, how the hell?
I don't understand it either. I don't like Jimmy Kimmel at all. I can't stand him.
I don't either. I don't like. I hate that show.
I will literally just watch the clip of the trailer, and that's it.
I'm more of a Conan guy. I used to be more Fallon, but I kind of fell off that.
I like Fallon's clips online, but I've never been a huge late night talk show person.
I got into late night talk show stuff when I was like a senior in high school.
Yeah,
and that was kind of when the big changes in late night were happening anyway. So I don't know. I'm more into give me the John Oliver and Samantha Bee stuff.
Yeah, I like John Oliver. I like some of the skits, like I said, from Fallon and like James Corden. Yeah, he's good. He's funny.
I don't watch that. Yeah, and I didn't watch Colbert either because I've just.
Oh, dude, Colbert. Well, I haven't watched Colbert now. I heard it's switched. Rough. I used to love Colbert.
Well, I love Colbert Report.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I understand. Whatever. It's also CBS. That's the over 40 network. Mm-hmm. I'm not that demographic.
Yeah. All right. WB has announced 2 unknown DC movies and pushed up the release date for Wonder Woman to June 2nd, 2017. So now the release dates are as follows. For some reason, I didn't grab the release date for Suicide Squad. But that's coming next in August. Do you remember the date for Suicide Squad?
No.
Okay.
August something. Sorry, okay. I had to get up and... Matt did a very good job talking. I had to get up and get some tissues because, like I said, it's allergy season. I feel like...
Yeah. So Wonder Woman has moved up to June 2nd, 2017. I don't remember what date it was
June 23rd it was what it was at.
Oh, my God.
So 2 weeks. Big fucking deal.
Justice League Part 1 is November of that year. Then we have The Flash in March of 2018. Aquaman, July 2018. Untitled DC film, October 5th, 2018.
Batman.
Yeah.
Come on.
Some people are saying Suicide Squad too, but I don't think so.
It's Batman.
Shazam, April 5th, 2019.
That movie's probably not going to happen.
Justice League Part 2, June 14th, 2019. Untitled DC film number 2, November 1st, 2019. And then we got Cyborg and Green Lantern Corps in 2020. So those... I still think a lot of this is going to be revised depending on how Suicide Squad does, because Batman v Superman is not doing too hot.
Oh no, especially not this weekend. It got beat by The Boss.
Yeah.
And The Boss only made not a lot.
The production budget for Batman v Superman was over $400 million.
Just the production budget.
Just the production budget.
That's not including marketing.
Yep. So to make their money back, like just to start making money back, they'd need to make about $1 billion or more.
It's not going to hit $1 billion.
They're not. Yeah, they're not close.
Well, they made a shit movie. I'm sorry, it's bad. Yeah. It's real bad.
Yeah, but speaking about WB making bad movies,
but I mean, do we want to talk about that lineup a little more?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
We'll go into more depth on it. It's interesting, I guess. Wonder Woman. I really think it's weird that Justice League's coming out in November. I know it's always been that way, but I always thought that was a weird place to put that.
Yes. Either like a month, like a couple weeks later. It's mid-November, so either early December, because that's starting to be a hot spot now for movies too, or this summer. I mean, really...
It kind of puts it up in a place where there's not a lot of competition except Oscar movies. Mm-hmm. So it could work. I'm not saying... But... Who knows?
It's also coming out the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Right.
So that's a weird time.
And you know what? Justice League starts filming tomorrow.
Yeah.
Supposedly. Mm-hmm. It was supposed to. Let's see what still happens. But Wonder Woman moved up 2 weeks means nothing.
Yeah. I couldn't remember what the original date was, so I was like,
it's 2 weeks. It doesn't matter.
That could be something as simple as, they wanted to make room for another smaller WB movie that's coming out around that time, or something similar to that.
Right. And I bet that
it's ready or going to be ready early. So why not?
That first untitled DC movie, I think, is probably Batman.
Yeah, it's got to be.
And what do you think about the second untitled one?
It could be a sequel.
Superman?
I was going to say it could be a sequel to something. Superman. That'd be a long time. So like, this is my whole thing. It'd be weird to give Suicide Squad a sequel before anything else, and that's what people are rumoring that one of the untitled films could be.
That's just bogus. That's just people guessing, grasping at straws. Completely.
Yeah, but that's a long time between Superman films, like a real long time.
What was the date for the second one?
November 1st, 2019.
That's over about 6.5 years between Superman films.
Yeah. And maybe they are planning that. Like, I could understand them holding that spot for Superman, depending on how things work out in Justice League Part 1. And then, like, from there. But it
could be Lobo.
Yeah, I was going to say, it could be a lot of other films, too.
You know what?
They also have their Vertigo properties.
You know what I guess, too, is Vertigo properties are being moved to New Line.
Are they?
Yeah. But it also could be they don't have something to put there yet. They just wanted to claim a stake on that date, but they don't. They're just like, we don't know what the fuck's gonna come out.
Well, who knows? I still think you said Shazam could be cut. I agree with that. I think Cyborg could also be cut. There's not really a need for a standalone Cyborg movie.
Give me my goddamn Teen Titans movie.
Oh,
or just a Titans movie.
I'd go for Teen Titans.
Call it Titans.
Although knowing them, I say that, but I don't want to see any of the movies now that I've seen two. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really interested in.
I'm still interested in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but only because I think it can be different.
And
than the
Wonder Woman.
I'm
pretty interested. Wonder Woman was my favorite part of the.
I'm interested in Wonder Woman. I don't know if it's going to be good because my worry is that Zack Snyder has his hands all over all of this stuff, and it's all going to be this weird, disjointed tone that doesn't really make sense.
That was BVS. Yeah. We'll see. It's just, I want the DC movies to be. They don't have to be just like the Marvel movies because Marvel's got their.
No, I don't.
They have their style. I want it to be slightly different.
Yeah.
But I want them to be on the level of quality wise. Mm-hmm. They're just not right now. They don't have to be the same exact way because they're totally different characters.
Yeah.
Marvel characters have always been the characters that have like been complicated. You know, ever since they were created, they've always been these complicated characters. Where, to be completely honest, a lot of the Justice League characters, not very complicated. They started to make them more complicated nowadays. Mm-hmm. But that was the point of them, was like, they weren't these complicated characters. They were someone to look to. You know what I mean? They were the gods.
Yeah.
You know? And there's interesting ways you can take that, you know? So... But they're not. They're trying to make them dark and edgy and complicated. And for these characters, besides Batman, but I mean, we're over Batman. We've been over Batman.
Yeah.
Everything is Batman, Batman, Batman. We need some more variety. We can't just have. That's like if, Marvel was just like, screw it. We're doing 17 Iron Man movies. Mm-hmm. Iron Man's our most popular character. We're going all out with the Iron Man. You gotta have, but they didn't do that because they realized they have to, variety. And let's just make these other characters work too instead of blasting everyone in the face with Iron Man. They made Thor a kind of interesting character. They made Captain America way cooler than I ever thought he was.
Oh God, yes.
So I mean, they can do this. It's possible. They're just not doing it.
Yeah. And I think part of the thing that DC is going to struggle with these films is they're trying to do this really, really dark tone for characters. Like you said, most of them are not super dark and super complicated stories. It's like, it's just
not who they are as characters. And they're going away from the core of these. It's cool. It's fine when you adapt something from one medium to another. You have to change bits about it. But when you stray too far from the core of the characters, you're telling something entirely different.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I've said this exact same thing.
I think so. I think
the past two podcasts.
We hashed about this, but
so yeah, we don't really need to go into it anymore.
I just hope they can correct course.
I do too, because I want to see these movies and I want to like them. Because I mean, DC characters they're great. You know, they just have to be done right.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Anyway, shrug.
Number 8. After WB dropped the R-rated live-action adaptation of Death Note, many thought the film would die. However, Netflix has stepped in to save the day. They're going to fund the movie and get it put on Netflix.
That makes sense for Netflix. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of anime on Netflix. A lot of people watch.
Yeah.
I don't. Did you watch Death Note?
I never watched Death Note, but I know the premise of the show.
I don't watch anime. So.
I haven't been into anime since I was in middle school.
I know a few people that love anime. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of American cartoons, but just anime just doesn't.
I mean, there's cultural differences and stuff, so it's like a lot of. There are a lot of American tropes in American cartoons that I'm sure other people are like, oh, I don't really understand that or like that. And there's a lot of very Japanese tropes in anime that it's just like doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah. I got friends that hate American cartoons, only watch anime.
Yeah.
Those are mostly the snobby kids, but like, I mean, I don't know. I'm American. Anime just doesn't. Some anime I really like. I liked Full Metal a lot. Cowboy Bebop is good.
Cowboy Bebop is so good. I liked like Yu Yu Hakusho when I was younger.
I watched that when I was too young to be watching that show.
Yeah, and like I never know how to pronounce it. Rurouni Kenshin or something like that. It's like this one of the samurai.
I did watch One Punch Man recently, which I thought was pretty good. It's story wise is good. It's so the thing with anime is it's so jump cutty that it fries my brain. I'm like my eyes. I'm like. Oh, what the fuck is happening right now?
And I never understand when they do like the American dub or like the English dub over the voice. A lot of times it's like the voices are like so over animated and like shrill and all this stuff that it's like I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's too much. Like you don't need to talk in the highest register of your voice.
That's why you have to watch it with the subtitles.
Yeah.
Some shows you can watch with the dub, like Cowboy Bebop with the dub is great because you got to have that. I don't remember the guy who voices Spike, but he's an amazing voice actor, and you got to have his voice as Spike because that's just who he is when you think of him.
Yeah.
So,
anyways,
that's cool that Netflix is doing that.
Yep.
I probably won't watch it because I don't really know the source material. But
whatever.
I'm sure there will be plenty of people that will be really into it.
Yeah. Number 9. Marvel's Cloak and Dagger has received a straight-to-series order from Freeform, formerly ABC Family. So I don't really know anything about the characters. Do you care to explain them? Otherwise, I have a broad explanation of them.
I don't really know anything either, except that Dagger, she makes like light daggers, and Cloak is able to like move things and himself through like a dark dimension kind of thing. Is that pretty close?
Yeah. So the premise, as from Chris Cabin at Collider.com. For those not familiar, the series follows interracial superpower couple Tandy Bowen and Tyrone Johnson, teenagers who wake up one day to find out that they have been gifted and cursed with superpowers. She throws light beams that can knock people out, and he can engulf people in total darkness. So yeah.
He can also teleport them too. He creates portals.
Yeah. So the show deals with like racism and bigotry and all that stuff. Or not the show, the comic. I don't know if the show will get into that. I'm
Probably
sure it will.
It's on Freeform.
Yeah.
When I first sent this to you, or I think I sent it to you, right? And I was like, at first I thought, wait, what? And then for like a second later, I realized, oh no, this makes perfect sense for Freeform.
Yeah, Freeform is kind of becoming the new CW as far as like teen dramedies and like supernatural shows.
It's like CW with slightly better production.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. Because, I mean, they've got their Pretty Little Liars,
And this, speaking of Pretty Little Liars, this is supposedly taking the place of Pretty Little Liars time slot. Because Pretty Little Liars is done now.
Oh, it's done?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
This season is the series finale.
I watched like 2 episodes of that show once when I was at a friend's house, and I was like, this is the most fucking insane thing I watched The Flash, and there's insane shit on there.
I watched
nothing has been as crazy as that
first 2
show.
episodes, and I was like, I literally do not get it. They're getting text messages from a person that signs it A. It's like, that's not how text messages work, first of all. Like, if you're going to use technology, at least use, like, it's an email, and it's an email that you don't know who it belongs to. But a phone number, when somebody texts you, it's a phone number. You know the phone number. You can
find out whose number that is.
Yeah.
Or you can find a way to figure out who that number belongs to.
Yes. And it's just,
good point.
Yeah, it's weird.
But that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, the shit that actually happens in the show, like, storyline-wise. Like, this person's house blew up. This person's dead. Oh, now they're back. Like, it's just like, what the fuck? Like, it's... I mean, I read superhero comics, and I understand they're basically the same thing, except with superpowers.
Yeah.
Superheroes, it's soap operas with superpowers. I totally understand that and I'm willing to admit that. It's just Pretty Little Liars is like next level insanity.
Yeah. It's
and I'm not hating on it because I know I've got friends that love the show and it's not like a bad show. It's just like it's insane.
Much.
I can't handle it.
Yeah. I really can't handle it.
Anyway.
All right. Number 10. Marvel held their first screening for Captain America Civil War on April 8th, and the initial reactions have been nothing short of great. The next installment of Marvel's MCU is coming on May 5th. So, do you want to talk about this a little bit, or is it...
I think it's cool that they premiered it basically a month before it comes out.
Yeah.
At least here in the US, I think it comes out earlier. Like a week or two before in other places, but that's cool. And hearing the reactions are great. I was following Devin Faraci on Twitter, and he saw it, and he said there's the final fight between Cap and Iron Man. This is not a spoiler. I told you already.
Yeah.
That he's saying you don't care who's right or wrong or whatever watching it. You just want them to stop fighting.
Yeah.
And to me, that's like, oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to hear, because that's exactly how it should be. Yes, this movie has I was telling you about this yesterday. The stances that each side takes are very real world, and someone could find themselves actually believing a certain way.
You can empathize with both, you can see where both characters are coming from.
Exactly.
Whether or not you have that belief, at least people that can rationalize and empathize with other people should be able to.
For example, I am on Team Cap's side.
Yeah.
I think, he thinks that if there's a problem somewhere, politics shouldn't stop him from going in and helping. Whereas I can also understand Iron Man's side, where he's like, we gotta be, we can't just be running around doing all things happen. There's collateral damage. We need to be held accountable. And he has his own personal guilt. I can understand that. But
yeah, absolutely. I also heard that SpiderMan is great.
Yeah, I heard this is also from Devin Faraci. I was following him on Twitter. He said it's great to see a SpiderMan that has verbal diarrhea. So he's just like constantly talking, and a Peter Parker who's an actual science nerd.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah,
I was nervous about Spider. I'm not nervous about anything that Marvel is doing, just because they've proven at this point.
Yeah,
even like their worst movies are still at best good. You know what I mean? It's like
Dark World is kind of crap. It's pretty crappy.
I mean, it depends. If you like that genre of
it was also done by the guy who did Terminator Genesis. So
yeah, Genesis.
Dark World could have been good, but that was the only Marvel movie I didn't see in the theater. Was Dark World.
I think I did see it in the theater. I didn't see Captain America, the first Captain America, or the first Thor in theater. Otherwise, I think I've seen the rest of them.
I am excited for the next Thor though, because that looks fucking great. And Taika Waititi is directing, and I like Flight of the Conchords, and What We Do in the Shadows is fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, number 11. Continuing with the Marvel theme for a second, it should be of no surprise to anyone, but Spider-Man will not be alone in his upcoming standalone film. In an interview with EW MCU keeper Kevin Feige has said, he is in the universe now, and the fun of the universe is that characters go back and forth. So much like Falcon in Ant-Man, we can probably expect somebody to show up.
I mean, that makes sense. What would be the point of the deal otherwise?
Exactly. We knew that.
Sony's got to benefit somehow by getting some of that Marvel flavor in their movies.
So who do you think is going to be showing up?
From the movies, I don't know, but right now I'm going to say Punisher.
In Spider-Man?
Yeah, because I think they tested them together.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I remember
they've been like hanging out and stuff.
They were both in a film recently when they were shooting.
I don't know.
They were both just in a film. I think it was in Cops or the whatever Cop Car. That film. I think Joe Bernthal was in that.
Really?
Yeah, John Bernthal, not Joe.
Right.
But he was talking about it in an interview around the time that Daredevil 2 season 2 came out. And he was talking about how like he's a kid that has hustle and is like,
I think that's a possibility.
Yeah.
I don't know if exactly because they don't really want to cross the TV and movie verses.
I don't see why not. I don't see why they're so averse to it.
I think they'd put Iron Man in there.
Oh, definitely. I could see Iron Man.
Just because, I mean, that makes sense. Like what I said earlier, he's the biggest. It's like he's like the Batman of the Marvel movies, pretty much.
I guess it just depends on the outcome of Civil War.
Yeah.
On what happens.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo.
Final bit of news. A last-minute news item comes by lieu of Brian Michael Bendis, who unofficially let it slip that he, Michael Gaydos, and David Mack will be returning with an Alias, a.k.a. Jessica Jones series after wrapping Civil War II, the comic book series.
Cool. I'm interested in how this is going to be because in the comics, Jessica Jones, she's married to Luke Cage. They have a daughter. This is going to be interesting to see where the comic goes with this, following this family. Because that's never really been explored much in the comics.
Yeah.
And if it's going to be more mature, like the original Jessica Jones, I doubt it. Because they don't really do the Max comics anymore. But
I hope that Marvel starts to do some comics deserve to be more mature than others, and I think Jessica Jones' story definitely is one.
Yeah.
That warrants being mature, at least at moments. Doesn't need to be like balls to the walls.
Well,
crazy.
DC is bringing back their mature imprint.
Yeah.
With a different name. I don't remember what it's called, Animal something or whatever. Because I sent you a link about it. Gerard Way is going to be doing Doom Patrol and something else on there.
I forgot.
Which I think those comics might actually be within DC continuity because those are continuity characters. So Marvel did do that in the early 2000s with the Max stuff. Some were in continuity, some weren't. But Jessica Jones, that was continuity. So.
All right, so we have Oddball news and then a little game I created. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's do the Oddball news the end of the game.
All right, so very quickly. From vape to Steam is what I'm calling this one. Duncan Hunter, the congressman known for vaping in the House of Representatives to protest anti-vaping legislation, has been thrown into hot water for spending $1,302 worth of campaign money on Steam games. Hunter listed the charges as personal and to be paid back, claiming that his son got a hold of the campaign credit card. A representative of Hunter said that he is attempting to get his card reimbursed. He must not be aware of Steam return policy because that's not going to be possible. So good luck and good riddance because you're going to be fired. You're going to be kicked out.
It's fucking dumb. This is so stupid.
$1,300.
This dude vapes.
I know.
First of all, let's ban...
It could not have happened to a better person.
We need to ban all vaping. It's stupid. I'm just saying that as a hater.
I don't understand.
I think it's dumb. I think it's so stupid.
Well, it's just like, just smoke outside. Go outside and smoke. If that's really what you want to do, go outside and smoke.
It's supposed to be healthier.
It's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's dumb and it's annoying. And it's dumb.
And it's churlish.
And it makes you look like a dork.
Yes.
You look like a darn nerd. A darn idiot.
A doomy. All right. So our little game we got is called Guess the Reported SpiderMan. God damn it.
You're not hosting any game shows anytime soon.
Guess the reported Spider-Man film name.
That just rolls off the tongue.
Yes. Because the BBC and other news outlets have been reporting on possible names for the upcoming MCU Sony live-action Spider-Man film, I thought it'd be fun to have you guess which one is real and which one is fake. Okay. Well, I guess they both are fake.
I heard some, but I don't remember what they were.
No biggie. The big one that I threw out was Spider-Man Homecoming because
that was the only one I could remember.
So besides that, so there's 3 rounds. One is one that I made up, and one is one that the BBC is reporting as a possible Spider-Man film.
Okay.
So, number 1, Spider-Man Coming of Age or Spider-Man First Bite.
Coming of Age is the real one.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2, Spider-Man with Great Power or Spider-Man Greatness Awaits.
Greatness Awaits is the real one.
2 for 2.
The ones you've made up are they're like actually way better than the real one.
I tried to make them as bad and
no, they're way
dumb.
better.
Spider-Man Suspended or Spider-Man New Avenger.
New Avenger was the rumored one a long time ago, but I'm going to say Suspended is the one they're reporting on.
Yes, it is. 3 for 3.
Nice. They're so bad.
They are so bad. I tried really hard to make mine like equally as dumb and not as
they
pointless.
Were way better. New Avenger would work. Why not just do Spectacular Spider-Man?
I don't understand either.
They've got so many adjectives to use.
There's like Astonishing Spider-Man. There's like all these other Spider-Man stories that exist that they could be
with the name. Yeah. Do one of those Web of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That was another Spider-Man comic. There's been so many Spider-Man comics over the past 50 years. Just take one of those adjectives.
I looked up the list of Spider-Man like comic series, and there was like I think like 20 or so where it was like adjective Spider-Man. Or you know what I mean? Like Astonishing Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man.
Do this series as the Spectacular Spider-Man series.
Yeah.
And then when you kill him off and have Miles be Spider-Man, call that the Ultimate Spider-Man.
Ooh. I'm all for that.
I just want to see Miles as Spider-Man.
I think that they're gonna go the ultra annoying DC method though, where it's not gonna be like for Marvel, basically everything has, for the most part, at least to start, was Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3. There was Captain America, the First Avenger. But I think they're going to go like the DC route where it's going to be something stupidly long, like Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. Like, that was way too much.
Stupid.
It's going to be like Spider-Man, first homecoming, web-slinging hero, jumps on the walls, lives in New York, but is a kid, and also going to high school.
They should have called it World's Finest or just Dawn of Justice.
It should have just been Dawn of Justice, because then I think the tone would have, going in, would have been much different.
Yes.
We get that they're fighting. You could have shown them that in the trailer. But anyways,
okay, we've talked.
Yes.
Okay,
main topic, which I am very excited for. Rogue One.
You can tell because of the thumbnail.
Oh, I suppose. I'm like making anticipation.
The thumbnail I made in a whole minute and a half. 2 minutes.
Yeah. That's whatever.
It just made the most sense.
Yeah. Is Rogue One, a Star Wars story, released a teaser trailer this week on Good Morning America, I believe, is what the platform in which.
Because that's on ABC.
But I watched it online, just like everybody else. In fact, I watched it like 4
Who
times.
Who the fuck is going to watch Good Morning America?
I don't know. Old people.
That's why it was on there.
Yeah.
For the old people.
Yep. So, what are your initial thoughts watching this trailer?
I'm not like super dick hard ready for it, but it looks pretty fucking sweet, and I can't wait to see it.
Yes. I've said this before, more excited for this than I was for episode 7.
Wow. I just bought episode 7 yesterday.
It's nothing against episode 7, but I'm much more interested in their ability to tell these like small stories about like things that happened within the universe versus just like following
stories that don't follow the Skywalker family. Skywalker,
because we've basically just been following them for 6
That's why I don't want a Han Solo movie.
Yeah,
I do, however, really want an ObiWan movie.
And I didn't report on that, or we didn't talk about that
last week.
But that was one of the things I saw. Maybe we did talk about it.
I don't think we did.
Okay, but I think that would be freaking sweet, because that is something like with this. The reason why we're following this rogue squadron, or whatever you want to call them, stealing the Death Star plans, is because that was a throwaway line to explain how the rebels knew about the Death Star.
Right.
It happened in
we're getting the whole
one
movie based off of one little throwaway
and that's
line.
what excites me is then anything that has happened has come up could be an entire movie or more.
Right.
And what I like
they did that in the prequels with the Clone Wars where in the original
but that spanned over 3 movies and they did a terrible I didn't like their interpretation of I liked Clone Wars the cartoon.
TV was a cartoon series. Yeah. But I'm saying that's what they did. They took a throwaway line and expanded it to something bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But they can do that with the anthology movies.
Yeah.
But how cool was it seeing AT-ATs?
That was great.
With palm trees and stuff.
It was also really cool because the tone of this film, it looks like a monster horror movie, kind of like that tone of where it's like it's going to be this big. It's going to feel like a big summer like monster movie. I feel like
it's supposed to be more of a war film.
Yeah, that's what they
like a
keep
war
saying,
heist film.
When we'll see. You had some small things that bothered you. We didn't see Vader.
Yeah, I mean, that didn't bother me. I just kind of thought we would. I mean, some people think we did. Like, where there's
that kneeling figure. Yeah,
could be. As long as it's Vader, not a fucking Inquisitor or something.
Yeah. My whole thing is, I would like to, if Vader is in this movie, I would like him to not whip out his lightsaber and be super powerful and throw people around and all that shit. I would like him to take on a role where it's like maybe we see him for a minute or two.
We just know that his presence is there.
Yeah.
That's what we really need.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be the big, I don't think he's going to be the big bad in the movie. I think that's going to be the
guy in the white
in the white robe.
Yeah.
That scene where he's just walking through the water.
So fucking majestic.
Fucking cool.
Yeah.
So sweet.
The visuals, the cinematography that we've seen so far is worlds different. And this is no offense to J.J. Abrams.
It's a different style. It's a different movie.
It looks like a movie it looks like a real cinematographer and not like an action cinematographer. No offense to anybody that likes action cinematography.
That's the thing. Episode 7 had to look like a Star Wars
totally
movie.
Fine.
This is a Star Wars movie that doesn't really... Okay, it's a movie that takes place in the Star Wars universe. I'd say not necessarily a Star Wars movie.
Well, that's where I think it's Rogue One, a Star Wars story, not Star Wars Rogue One.
Yes. It's a movie in the Star Wars universe, not necessarily a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Which I think is a very distinct difference.
Now, there are some rumors going around, and I don't like these rumors, that Felicity Jones' character, Jyn Erso, is Rey's mother.
I don't know.
I don't think it's true.
No.
I hope it's not true.
I hope it's not. That'd be stupid.
Because if, the only...
And I don't want to make this universe smaller.
Yeah.
At least with these anthology movies. If Rey's related to anyone in the main movies, that's fine. Don't do this, because then it's just...
What also makes it weird, unless, because the only way that would make sense, they cast... Or this is something that is just led to be believed between movies. They cast somebody as a younger Luke Skywalker, or they have Ewan McGregor come in as ObiWan, and those are the only two logical explanations for her father, because we're led to believe, at least right now, that Jyn Erso is not a Jedi.
Yeah,
and I hope it's not a movie
There's supposed to be
Jedis.
no Jedi in this whole movie.
That's what I'm hoping.
That's what they said. I mean, you can still have the Force and not have Force parents.
Yeah, but she was so strong in the Force and all that stuff.
Yeah, there's got to be something more to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'd be dumb. And I think that's just people because they're like, oh, 2 female characters. It's come on, guys.
When everybody's like, oh, they look identical. I don't think they look identical.
No.
They look way different.
No.
They just both happen to be British and have brown hair.
Yeah, no, come on. Let's get real here. No.
But I'm very excited to see her as the lead in this film. And I'm very excited to find out more about this ragtag group of people.
Donnie Yen knocking people down with that bow staff was sweet.
I was like, what is going on?
Yeah. My guess is that Alan Tudyk is playing the robot, the android.
Okay.
That we see running around. Because he's supposed to be doing a mocap or a voice over character. Forrest Whitaker has so
Mad Eye Moody. Weird. Yeah, that was, but not bad. It was just, I was like, oh damn.
And then Mon Mothma.
Yeah, that looked identical.
I know, totally different actress too, and they look the same. Incredible. So that's cool too.
Yeah. I'm very interested for this movie. I've always been interested, like, in how, like, that story, like, hearing that line in episode 4. Well, I guess before it was episode 4.
Reading it, not hearing it. Reading it at the beginning. It's in.
It's in the scroll.
Yeah.
But still, it was always like, oh, I wonder, like, what happened. How did they do that?
Now they're gonna tell you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think my hype level is gonna rise as more stuff.
Definitely.
More info is released.
I'm surprised that they released it this close to The Force Awakens Blu-ray coming out. I thought it'd be like a month or something.
After?
Yeah. Just to give some, like, breathing time, because people are still going apeshit for, like, all the special features and all that stuff.
I heard the special features on the Blu-ray. I bought it, but I haven't watched it yet. Are bogus. There's no commentary. The whole, like, making of documentary is basically a fluff piece kind of thing. Not very interesting. Not as in depth as, like, the stuff on the prequels, DVDs and stuff.
I don't know. I haven't watched any.
But I didn't really care. I just wanted to own the movie.
Yeah, I was going to say, my brother watched the special features last night, and he said that he liked it. It was really cool.
I guess for hardcore fans, it's disappointing.
Well, any other thoughts on the trailer or anything? Otherwise,
I mean, my favorite shot was the AT-ATs with the palm trees shooting people on the beach, and then the guy in the cape just walking through the water. That was
shot
so cool.
Is like one of the best shots.
And just wearing all white like that is awesome.
It was really cool because I know some people were upset we didn't see Grand Moff Tarkin. I don't think we will. I think it would make much more sense if this guy in the white cape is the main bad guy, and then because he failed, you know what I mean? He lost the Death Star plans. They kill him, and that's when Grand Moff Tarkin takes off. Grand Moff
Tarkin was already. He's above this guy in the white. Yeah, because at the end of episode 3, when they're like constructing the Death Star, it's dumb. They're like starting to construct the Death Star or whatever. You see the Emperor, Vader, and Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
so no, I think yes, I want him to be the main bad guy, not Vader, but I want Vader's presence to be felt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess that's all I have to say about it.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what the tone, tone that this sets for the rest of the anthology films. Not necessarily like film tone, but what I mean is like how impactful this is going to be on the universe and like how people are going to react to this.
Right.
I hope that it does really well.
Me too.
And with that,
let's sign off.
Yes, let's do.
All right. You can find me everywhere on the nets at Scotty Boy, SCOTTYBWO 4 Ys. That's Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr.
You can find me on the interwebs at Hagnerd, HAGNERD. That's pretty much everywhere. You can follow us at Fuzzy Loaf on the twits. If you are listening to this on iTunes or a podcasting service that is on Android or wherever else, we are on YouTube. You can find us by searching Fuzzy Loaf. And if you're listening to this / watching this on YouTube, you can find us on the iTunes by searching Fuzzy Loaf. There's also links in the description in the downstairs if you feel like clicking that. That's much easier.
Give us some stars, thumbs ups, thumbs downs. Preferably ups, but whatever.
Comments.
Take what we can get. Comments, though. Comments. Yeah. We want to know what you think about stuff we said, the topics that, or whatever, things we didn't talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's been some people commenting on videos and stuff, so keep doing that. Let us know your thoughts on Rogue One. Maybe we'll read some stuff on next episode. It'd be cool. Otherwise, tweet at us, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah. All right, and with that, we'll smell you later.